And I literally walked to the parking lot on every single break, and I ate peanut butter and jellies for 4 days straight to make it work, because I wasn't above learning from people. I wasn't going to say, hey, I can't afford to go. Me saying I can't afford to go would have been like, you might as well just bury me. You might as well just put me back on the golf course and make me a caddy for $9 an hour. And, and just when you want to make something happen, you have a conversation with your spouse or significant other or wife, and you say, hey, I'm going to make it work. It might suck for a year, and it does suck for a day or two at a time, but we're so blessed to work in a job where they're in a career that literally you can change your entire bank account in, let's call it 30 days.
All right, Grady Paulson, your Family First Life America. Beyond excited to have our leader of many, Mr. Jordan Lowry, agency manager of FFL Legacy Protectors, and on top of that, also an integrity partner. He's led his Hall of Fame agency for many years now, sold thousands of policies, helped hundreds of thousands of agents, and put millions of dollars of life insurance benefit into the homes of America. So without further ado, Mr. Jordan Lowry, how are you doing today, brother?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm always good, man. Good to see you.
It's great to see you as well. I appreciate you having us on here, and I feel like I got a tough spot following this four. This is an unbelievable team that is on this call, and I've learned so much from every single one of you. It's literally, my hand hurts from writing notes over here on notepads from the last hour.
That's awesome. Well, Jordan, FFL Legacy Protectors 2023 year to date, $77,552,655, overseeing 2,358 agents. And I flash back and remember when you were first getting started, and I'm trying to recruit this guy. Jordan you can take it off now. Jordan happened to be at another company, and he's like, what's this thing about? And why should I come here? And we have leads, we get free leads over here. And I'm like, this is my first company too. You're in your first company, but this one seems better, right? This one seems better. And, fast forward a little bit, Jordan comes in, starts bringing some people, starts selling, starts traveling around, spent no time getting in his car, going to meet agents in person, running appointments with them, leading from the front. And fast forward a couple of years, and all of a sudden, $77 million of production through FFL Legacy Protectors. How proud's your dad right now? Holy cow.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And it's just like it's not been a long time. It hasn't been a long time. And that's what I want all of you who are on this call in your first, whether you started 3 years ago or 5 years ago or 8 years ago and you quit and you're starting again today, or you've been here for 6 months, is it doesn't take that long of focused effort if you recruit the right people. And that's what's happened here is we recruited the best people, and we've recruited the, we're not all the most talented, but we work together. And that's the thing is whether it's, I was speaking with a guy earlier, and he's like, well, what's going to happen when we run out of people to sell insurance to? And I just started laughing, and I pulled up, how many people are turning 65 every day. And it's 10,000 people turn 65 every day. And it's expected to double in the next decade. It's expected to be 20,000 people turning 65 over the next 2 decades. And I think back to when I was at my first company and I came over here, I spent 6 months, I was never above learning. I was never above getting on every training call. I was never above sleeping with back then, I don't even think there was AirPods. Then I was sleeping with a corded Apple with a corded Apple headphone, listening to Hayden Hill sell insurance during Gold Club run. And I knew that if I could say things like he would say and talk to the client like he would, that I'd go from 10 a month. I maybe wouldn't go to 15, but if I could go from 10 to 15 a month or 15 to 20, I didn't need to get to 50 or 60. I just needed to get better than I was every single month and every single week. And it's a lot like, cross country or golf or track is, dude, you don't have to be the best, but if you can just be a 0.5% better or 1% better than you were yesterday, then that's a successful day. And, obviously convention, like Marissa was saying, like, I feel like we were just at convention. But one thing I would say to every single one of you on here is make sure you're leveraging convention. That is my biggest thing to anyone who wants to build a big team is go back through your list of all the agents, all the people you've wanted to recruit, all the people you've wanted to work with. If they didn't say no then, maybe the timing was wrong. It's not always no, it's just not right now. And invite them to convention. There's a number that if you bring 10 people to convention, this is going to lead you to 100 policies a month. If you bring 100 people to convention, this is going to lead you to 1,000 policies a month. Dude, you can rent two buses or three buses and ship them in from every single state around there, and you can have 1,000 policies. But you have to get on the phone and make the invites, get the hotel rooms, get the travel accommodations, get the tickets, and make sure people are there. Because even if they tell you you're going to be there, just like the client who tells you they're going to be there for appointment, we know only 75% of them will be there. So if you want 100 to be there, you need 125 to confirm. If you want 20 to be there, you need 25 to confirm. And so see, the thing is about convention is you're not the magic. You've got people that, like you said, they speak the same language as you. They go through the same rebuttals. They dial the same dials. They get the same no's. They have the same hardships. They have the same distractions, the things they need to cut out. But at the end of the day, convention and the sales trainings that are free do the hard, heavy lifting for you. And if you can just be a master connector to convention, that's really the magic. And then from there is everyone has the answers. You can ask the same question to 20 people and find 20 different ways that it can be successful. So I would not overlook convention. If you're coming back in board today and you've been out, I would say, have a goal. Can you bring 15 people with you to convention? Can you bring 15 people? If your dog's or child's life was on the line for you to have 15 people at convention, I bet you could do it tomorrow. I think you could do it in one day.
Yeah.
How serious are you about building an insurance business?
Will you share, Jordan, your first convention story?
Yeah. Yeah. I went to convention after 3 weeks of being in the business. I had just moved across the country and I had about $60 to my name when I was leaving to go from Dallas, Texas to Vegas, and I wasn't going to miss it. And so I found a way to book a free place to stay with a family friend that was about 30 minutes away. And I packed my lunch every single day. I couldn't even valet the car because I didn't have $5 to give to the guy, to give to the valet. And I literally walked to the parking lot on every single break, and I ate peanut butter and jellies for 4 days straight to make it work, because I wasn't above learning from people. I wasn't going to say, hey, I can't afford to go. Me saying I can't afford to go would have been like, you might as well just bury me. You might as well just put me back on the golf course and make me a caddy for $9 an hour. And just when you want to make something happen, you have a conversation with your spouse or significant other or wife, and you say, hey, I'm going to make it work. It might suck for a year, and it does suck for a day or two at a time, but we're so blessed to work in a job where they're in a career that literally you can change your entire bank account in, let's call it 30 days. Let's call it 30 days. If you work 30 days straight, you can change your entire bank account. And so, whatever it takes to get there, whether you need help with a travel ticket or you need a place to stay in Texas, you could stay 2 hours away. If you have family and leave at 6 a.m., get to the convention at 8, stay till 6, get back at 8. There's ways to make it work. So don't say you can't afford it. The truth is, if you can't afford to be there, then you can't afford not to be there. That's the truth.
I love it, Jordan. I love it. What are some things that you're focused on heading into this new year?
Really just working in with just a few new people, right? Building in where I'm at. One thing I struggled with this year, and Marissa said, like, what am I not going to do? What are you not going to do? What are you going to stop doing? Is one thing that I didn't do over the last year is I didn't build locally to where I am. So in my first 5 years building this, is I was always on the road. I was always on the go. I'm really good at staying busy, but I didn't build where I live. And it's been really like just frustrating me. And so I've made it a commitment to build where I'm at, build where your feet are, build in the community you are. And just working hands on with a few agents and building a local shop, and then getting back and helping them build nationally, so where people they know, because ultimately it's not what you know, it's who you know and where that can lead you. And I think just getting back to having fun, dude. This business is fun. When Marissa and I used to, it's so funny to hear her say that when it's dark, she thinks it's off. When it's dark, she thinks it's not work time. Because in my first out of town road trip with Marissa, we were dialing the phone at 10 p.m. in a hotel lobby, drinking a glass of wine, and we're like, yeah, Miss Mary, they have us here till 12 because some people get off late and we want to make sure everyone gets protected. She goes, that makes sense. And I go, that's exactly why I'm calling. So real quick, I have tomorrow at 6 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. Which one do you want? She's like 6 p.m. And so just get back to having fun with this business. Like this business is a lot of fun when you're doing it with people, right? We're in the people business, so doing it with people is what makes this business fun. And you and I both know, you and I both like to have a lot of fun. You and I both like to meet people, and this business is a lot more fun when you're bringing in new people. Definitely is.
What are any personal changes you're making? Any personal goals you've got?
Yeah, definitely in the trying to get on your realm in the fitness and staying in shape. And I mean, you're so much more productive when you're fit. Um, I know that I am, and so my goals as far as personal goals, I am getting married next year, so I do want to be in good shape. I want to be fit. And my first mentor ever in business, he had a thing, and his thing was fit and rich. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And his thing was fit and rich. And you know, the thing is people make all this money and do all this, but if you get sick or whatever, you can't take it with you. And so I want to be in better shape for myself, but also for my family and future family, and also because I think it allows you to set a tone with people that you recruit. Some of the best people we've ever recruited are beasts in the gym. They're disciplined. Um, it's just like anything. If you don't set, like I struggled this year, I didn't do a vision board. Like I did a vision board for 4 years in a row, and it was about buying a house and having a vehicle and these things, and they happen so quick. Your goals can happen so quick when you put them down. And Hayden and Nina said they drew out their vision board for next year, and like you have to dream. Like I kind of like got to this point where Dottie Barreto, dream big dreams, small dreams have no magic. But sometimes you forget to dream in the monotony of the day, right? So my biggest thing is like being healthy, but just getting back to meeting great people and then building where that may take us. If it takes us to Alaska, if it takes us to Ohio, the first person who's booking a flight, boy, I'll be there. I will be there. I love to be on the road. I love to meet people. I love to take them to dinner. I love to learn about their family, if their family had life insurance or didn't, right? And kind of figure out where they come from. So this business, it changes. The guy who asked me if we were going to run out of people to sell to, he goes, well, what's changed since then? And I go, you want to know the cool part? It changes every 3 months. It changes every 6 months. It changes every month or two. The people who do really well just adapt. And if they don't adapt fast, they at least find a way to adapt. And, that's what's cool is you can restart every month or every year, and just, you can sell insurance or you can recruit, but you can restart. You can go help 5 families in a day, and that's a pretty good check. And there's nothing that 5 families a day doesn't fix in the financial world of life.
That's right, man. Any day can be your day one. Any day can be your January one if we want to peg it towards focusing on that. But Jordan, it's been a true honor and pleasure to work with you over the years and to see you evolve. And congratulations on getting married and all the successes. But now it's almost like our responsibility to it's not even turn around. It's to pull up and teach and guide and give whatever we can to help anyone that wants to go make it happen, help them make it happen. So appreciate you, brother, for everything, for all the years, and for the more fun to come. As I say to my kids every night before I put them to bed, I'm like, what can you do? And all of them go, anything. And then I say, more
Mm,
fun tomorrow. And I believe them. I walk out of the room every night. It's just brainwash them, keep them positive, and keep focusing. So appreciate you, Jordan.
yeah. Appreciate you, GP.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon.